I know I normally try to balance out when not balance out. What? I normally try to space out when I do these vlogs, mostly because I don't know if that really fit very because I normally, whenever I do vlogs and stuff, I normally end up um, uh, trying not to get too focused on timing because then um, the OCD part of my brain goes, "Hi, what's up?" But I was just excited because I was working on the thing I'm doing for Tay's birthday, and I got all excited, and I was like, "Why not?" So, but see, and see, so far it's gotten this up high, and I'm actually really excited because I guess it's also because I'm just going with the flow, and normally when I plan out things for their birthdays and stuff, I'm very meticulous because in my mind it's a representation of uh my thoughts on them. Um, because my mind is like, I put it out there in the universe that I am making things. Um, Either it's a spoken word poem on SoundCloud, and sometimes I repost them on here as well. But mostly when I like do it on SoundCloud or in general, my thoughts is like I put it out in the universe, and if regardless of whether or not they see it or not, my mind is like, well, I put it out in the universe so that my love and my heart for what they have done for me is out there, adding to all the other love and everything that they are receiving. So that's my thoughts on all the things that I like do for one of their birthdays. Um, and I applaud people for their dedication and doing all like the ads and everything for either it's on like the trains and the buses and everything for their birthdays. And I'm always like, that being knowing and hearing about all those stuff, and I'm just like, being part of like okay, not being a part of, but just knowing that there are armies out there who can do that for the guys, and who they can um, showcase their love in that way. So in a way, if you think about it, or at least this is how I think about it, all together, either it's you do your own individual thing and you post it about, for the guys for their birthdays or anniversaries and stuff like that for them. They, to all the energy all together and being able to show them in a way and being like, this is how, you know, this is how we feel, this is how much you mean to us. And if you think about it like that way, if you think about all the love and attention and and coming together, and so they see, even, like, they try. I know they do. I mean, but they're human. So in a way, if you think about it, if you show them, uh, and you put it out there in the universe that this is how you celebrate them, then to me that's enough. I mean, yes, it's a dream that they would um hear a piece of art, of either like hear it or see it that I have created that's inspired by them. Yes, of course that's a dream. But, realistically speaking, I'm just to put out in there in the universe, because to me that's always been a hard journey for me. Um Even doing these vlogs, you know? Um I've always been hesitant about putting myself out there. And a part of that I think is my anxiety. I Because other things have happened in the past. Um, but at the exact same time, as I think about it, and I'm working on this as I'm talking. Um, I'm just thinking to myself that I've they've inspired me to at least try to put myself out there a little bit more. I mean, in some way, shape, or form. And if doing vlogs and doing spoken word poetry on SoundCloud, even if it's only a few times a year, mostly, every now and then I get inspired by, the guys, um, especially when June like enters my brain and my thoughts, and I just suddenly um uh awakens the uh I guess uh the poetry side of um how I am as a person. um Honestly though, even before, and that means a lot to me, and I didn't really realize how much certain things mattered a lot in terms of, I guess, like poetry and certain forms of art. And I say it like that because I didn't realize it until it got reawakened in me. And if that form ended up being like either, well, for me, it was a good part had to do with Namjoon. Um, had to do with Namjoon. It had to do with Yoongi. And then in terms of like uh I can go on and on about all seven. It's not, it wasn't just that was just a prime example that entered my brain because I've been rewatching um Soishita and in general June talking about poetry and his how he sees like rap and music and stuff as a form of literature, and I've always that's always been me. um and I think I've said this on a previous vlog that I actually did reports using music, using lyrics as, um, poetry. And people were like, because they didn't, they didn't view it as that. And it was probably because the lyrics and stuff that I was using um, definitely sound more poetic than some of the other music that was a little bit more mainstream. And so I was like, yeah, well, what do you expect from me? I've always been like that, and it's not even tooting my own horn, being like, oh, I'm different, even though um, I've been told that. I've been told, you're trying to be different, and be like, I'm not trying. If you think that way, then go ahead. You know. Um, I'm just I just had a lot on my mind, and I was in a good mood since I was starting to work more and more on this, and I think that I'm gonna get a majority of this done because I'm very focused. Um, I just had all this on my mind about the guys and they're celebrating their birthdays, and to me, honestly, when someone's asking me about um okay, I would assume that some people would wonder in terms of like celebrating their birthdays and being like, oh yeah, this and that, uh and I in my mind, like I said earlier, celebrating their birthdays is like thanking for all the inspiration that they've given to me, given to everyone, how they've affected my life, especially in terms of inspiration and art. Because if you've watched any of my other vlogs, I would say that I my journey in getting re-inspired about art definitely, was they are definitely a catalyst because um I used to be very active in terms of like doing art and making things. I lost that. I lost that. I nearly lost everything. But because of them, I did it. And if this is me celebrating them and thanking them for existing. And that's personally why I celebrate their birthdays the way I do. Um, and think that's one of the things that I wanted to put out there. It's like, you do what you do. If you and if we're you're not one of those you don't need to be a highly, like, in terms of artistic or creative person in order to celebrate their birthday. I mean, um posts being like, oh, happy birthday, and like, and everything, and um or you go out and do something that's inspired by them. It doesn't have to be big. you know Especially, I don't know why I'm ranting about this. For some reason, I just had it in my mind, and I was just like, um, and someone asked me, if someone were to ask me, like, why and everything, I'd be like, well, this is my way of saying thank you. And thank you for all that you've inspired me to do. Thank you for inspiring me to still be here. Thank you for inspiring me to relearn how to talk. In general, especially since the New Year's is coming, and I think that I just want to be more present. I think that's definitely something that I've learned, and it's not just through them, but in general, it's like, and they've definitely helped that process. And I want them to realize, even if it's just sending the energy out in the world, about how they have helped me and things, and I just want to thank them. Even if that means overcoming my fear and being part of thing like a documentary this year. Wait a second. I did do that. um, but, well, I had a lot of thoughts, and I'm going to continue working on this, and I'm going to post probably an update on how this looks, if anyone is curious. And overall, um, I will randomly probably post again very soon. So if you actually are watching, thank you so much.